It's been suggested to over 50 million people, seen by 9.4 million, made me a little bit of money, quite a bit of money. People downloaded my video, uploaded it to other platforms, people tried to replicate the video. Here's how I created my very first viral video. I uploaded this video on September 6, 2016, almost 7 years ago. At the time of creating this video, I didn't really have any experience with creating high-performing YouTube videos. Didn't really know what I was doing. All of the experience I had was the 22 previous videos I had uploaded to my skateboarding channel. And this shows that although I do believe creating high-performing YouTube videos, it takes skill, it can be replicated, you can create these out of luck too. After seeing this video gain millions of views, I learned a lot about the different elements of a viral video, and I've broken it down into 4 insights so we can all learn from it. Before taking a look at how much money this video made me and the important insights, let me quickly explain the video. You can watch the video here, but what essentially happens in the video is a skate session of ours gets interrupted by a group of kids. Things escalate until a kid pulls out this taser kind of device, and then the neighbors call the cops and the video ends. Just by hearing this story, you can already guess that this video has some viral potential. However, when I first uploaded this video, it did not get any views at all. And that leads me to the first fascinating insight. Insight number 1, the importance of a good thumbnail. The video did not get any views at the start, but after I changed the thumbnail, the views drastically changed. And I bet most people who watch YouTube are familiar with the term click-through rate. It's basically how many people click on your video in comparison to how many times your video is suggested. If your video is clicked on 10 times while it was shown on the YouTube homepage 100 times, your click-through rate is 10%. It's quite a good click-through rate, to be honest. There are a lot of aspects that influence how many views a video can get, but click-through rate is a very important metric. Now, your title, thumbnail, and audience that receives these impressions also play a very large role in this, but when I changed the thumbnail, lots of views started coming in. Unfortunately, I do not have the data of the click-through rate during this thumbnail change period because YouTube, at this time in 2018, they didn't make this data of this metric available. I changed the thumbnail on September 1st, 2017, and as we can see, a couple of weeks later, the video started getting thousands to tens of thousands of views a day. So, what was this change? The funny thing is that the adjustment I made to the thumbnail was making it actually less clickbaity. When I first uploaded the video, this is what it looked like. I basically followed the most generic YouTube advice at this time, and that is to use these big arrows to guide the viewer's eyes and make your thumbnail stand out. In reality, what happened was that the video looked like it craved for attention. So much so that it put people off and it seemed not genuine, fake. It looked like clicking on this video would just lead to disappointment. So I decided to change the thumbnail, and instead of saying look at what is happening here, I got rid of the large arrow and I duplicated one of the kids to visually represent how chaotic the situation really was. And without this small change, the video would have probably not gotten so many views. YouTuber Veritasium also experienced this exact same increase in views after changing thumbnails of videos.
Nothing about the video changed, just that one image and 38 characters. But because of that, the video has reached nearly 10 times as many people as it otherwise would have.
This just shows the importance of a good title and thumbnail, and many people know about this, but it's even more important than many people know about. I can't stress it enough. It's actually so important that many YouTubers, including myself, sometimes start out with the title and the thumbnail before actually making the video. Another tip I can give you right here is that you can change the title and thumbnail after uploading, but if you already have some kind of audience, you can ask those people which title and thumbnail they prefer before you upload the video, before you make the video. And I usually do this on my Instagram, and it has given me really good results. Insight number 2, retention is very important. The second insight I gained from this video is also about data, the retention. Many people with a basic understanding of YouTube know how important retention is. This metric, it basically tells you how long people are watching your video and when they click off. The retention curve of my quantity versus quality video from this channel looks like this. It's a pretty high performing video, almost at 100,000 views after all. 71% of viewers are still watching after the first 30 seconds, which is above average. There's quite a drop off at 38 seconds, but after that the line is only slightly dropping, which means people keep watching. I'd say it's a pretty decent retention curve. If we take a look at my 9 million views video, we can understand why retention is one of the reasons for it getting so many views. After the first 30 seconds, 80% of people are still watching, and 30 seconds later, only 2% of people clicked away or skipped through. After around 1 minute and 10 seconds, the whole situation settles, the outro music starts, and by the retention curve, you can tell that people are clicking away, off to the next YouTube gem or back to their real life. What's very interesting is that even though the video is not too long, getting a good retention is more important than video length. The classical advice of creating longer videos to be favored by the algorithm is more nuanced. Creating longer videos is not enough by itself. You have to learn how to keep people watching, and therefore better advice would be focus on creating good videos with good retention first. From experience, I can say it's a lot more difficult to create longer videos with good retention compared to shorter videos with good retention. Insight number 3, evoking emotion. Another thing I learned about why this video went viral is because it evoked a high arousal emotion. So there's this book called Contagious by Jonah Berger, and through lots of research, Jonah basically discovered why certain ideas get shared and certain videos go viral. And in this book, 6 principles are presented that are often at work in these viral videos. And one of them is emotion. However, it's not as simple as making people feel any kind of emotion with your content. While it may seem logical that content which evokes positive emotion gets shared more, positivity or negativity isn't really the correct way of categorizing emotions for viral content. During their research, they found out that the correct way of categorizing emotions for virality is as high arousal or low arousal. Content that evokes high arousal emotions increases the chance of us sharing it, and content that evokes low arousal emotions decreases the chance of us sharing it. One of these 2 negative high arousal emotions that increases the chance of a piece of content to go viral is anger, and that is just the emotion my viral video evokes. While people resonated with the message of the video, "Don't dump your kids at the skate park," the biggest reason for all of the engagement was that people got very angry about what happened in the video. Many of the comments were saying how people would have loved to see us teach these kids a lesson, and the fact that we stayed so polite helped people to get even more angry and dissatisfied. According to Jonah, it is likely that this dissatisfaction increased the virality of the video, because he explains that contentment and satisfaction is, although positive, it's actually a low arousal emotion which keeps people from acting and sharing. Another emotion that the video evoked was humor. This is also a high arousal emotion, and this was mainly achieved through the editing. I added this dull, calm elevator music, which is in contrast to the situation, which actually really made it a lot more funny. It puts a lot of emphasis on how ridiculous the whole situation was. If you want to know more about the 5 other principles that contribute to virality, I really recommend reading the book. You can get it through the link in the description, and that also supports this channel. The 4th insight from this video is that the potential audience is incredibly large, much larger than I initially expected. The message of the video obviously resonates with a lot of skaters and people who use the skate park, which I thought would be the target audience. However, the potential audience of this video was much larger because it also speaks to lots of parents who don't have any idea about what happens at a skate park. But on top of that, as we all know, there's also lots of kids on YouTube that could see this video and wonder why they themselves shouldn't be at a skate park. Monies. Let's talk money. Alright, let's talk money. So, the combination of all these elements led to 9.4 million views and 7,983 euros and 80 cents. And although that's quite a lot of money, it is a very low RPM, an RPM of 85 cents. I primarily use the money from this video to create my other skateboarding videos. This video pretty much financed my skateboarding channel. The last insight of this video is something where I'd love to hear your opinion on, because the video after November 2021 is getting less than 1,000 views a day. And I could make some guesses about it. It's simply old, or there's better, longer content on the platform these days. Maybe most people from the target audience have seen the video already. Or maybe it will blow up again. Love to hear some theory from you about this. Check out the links in my description for more info and to see the gear I use. Other than that, thanks so much for watching.